सो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी। लास्ट वीडियो में हम ये डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि फिक्स्ड वोल्टेज आईसी रेगुलेटर के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे थे और फिर उसके बाद उसका एप्लीकेशन जैसे कांस्टेंट करंट सोर्स सर्किट एंड वोल्टेज आउटपुट वेरिएबल आउटपुट वोल्टेज सर्किट regulator circuit. These are the applications of fixed voltage IC regulators. Then we discuss what is wave shaping. It refers to changing the shape of a waveform or signal. This is what is wave shaping. Then we classify wave shaping as linear wave shaping and non-linear wave shaping. And under linear wave shaping, we give two examples like high pass RC circuit and low pass RC circuit because they are formed using linear elements like resistor, inductor, capacitors. These are the linear elements. Then under non-linear wave shaping, we give examples like a clipper, which basically formed using diode. Okay, so we classify wave shaping like this. Okay, wave shaping circuits like this. Then we discussed first topic of wave shaping circuit, that is high pass RC circuit. In this high pass RC circuit, we calculate the gain of high pass RC circuit, magnitude of gain, which is 1 by 1 plus FL by F square under root, and phase of the high pass RC circuit gain, that is phase of the gain, that is 1, that is tan inverse FL by F. Okay, then we see the gain versus magnitude of gain versus frequency curve. Okay, then we see that high pass RC circuit is having a lower cutoff frequency, that is FL. Okay, this was our discussion of high pass RC circuit. Next, give the next discussion under this high pass RC circuit as square wave response of high pass RC circuit. Give the heading square wave response of high pass RC circuit. Give the heading under this topic of high pass RC circuit. Give the heading square wave response square wave response of high pass RC circuit. See, this was your high pass RC circuit. Okay, this is the input voltage VA, this is your capacitor, this is your resistor, and this is the output voltage V0. Okay, let the voltage across capacitor is VC. Okay, let the voltage across capacitor is VC. Then your output voltage expression will be, if you apply KVL, V0 will be VA minus VC. V0 will be VA minus VC. Let assume the input voltage is a square wave signal, which is like this. Write down this point. Let VA be a square wave signal, be a square wave let input VA, let VI be a square wave signal which is changing in between 0 and Vm, which is changing in between 0 and Vm. Okay, okay, let this be your input signal waveform. Okay, let this be the input signal waveform. Let's understand, when you apply this signal to this high pass RC circuit, what is the response of this high pass RC circuit. This is your VI. This is your input voltage waveform, and this input voltage is a square wave signal which is varying in between 0 volt to Vm. The maximum value of voltage is Vm. Let at this time t equal to 0. Let here t equal to 0. At this point t equal to 0. At this point value of t equal to 0. Let understand, okay, and at this point let it be t equal to t naught by 2, and this is t equal to t naught. One peak to next peak is one time period, t naught is your time period, and this is half of your time period. Let these are the, okay, first case we will understand the square wave response of this high pass RC circuit when the time constant of the high pass RC circuit is very high. First case we will discuss when time constant is very high. What is the time constant of this high pass RC circuit? R into C, RC. Okay, this is the time constant of the high pass RC circuit. When time constant is very high and when time constant is very low, we will understand, we will discuss the response of this high pass RC circuit, that is square wave response. Let the time constant, write down, let the time constant RC be very high. Let the time constant RC be very high. If time constant is very high, that means charging time will be very high and also discharging time will be very high. Means capacitor will charge very slowly and also capacitor will discharge very slowly. Time constant very high means, that is, capacitor will charge and discharge slowly. The capacitor will charge and discharge slowly. That means of high time constant. Okay, if time constant of a circuit is very high, that means charging will be very slowly and discharging also very slowly. Capacitor will take more time to charge and also more time to discharge. Now understand the operation of this high pass RC circuit square wave response when t equal to 0. Okay, when time t equal to 0, what happens? When time t equal to 0, what is the input voltage? Vm. Input voltage is Vm. So what is the output voltage? Output voltage is your Vi minus Vc. What is Vc? Let Vc becomes 0. Let Vc is 0. Initially I am assuming there is no charge in the capacitor. Initially I am assuming that capacitor voltage is 0. This is my assumption. Then what will be your output voltage? Output voltage will be Vi minus Vc. What is Vi? Vm minus Vc value is 0. So your output voltage is Vm. When t equal to 0, output voltage is Vm. Output voltage is Vm. Now assume when t is in between 0 to t naught by 2, what happens? When t is in between 0 to t naught by 2, in this interval, what happens? In this interval, your input voltage is fixed at Vm. Input voltage is Vm. In this interval, what happens? Capacitor will charge. When input is applied, capacitor will charge to the input value. Okay, and since the charging time constant is very high, so capacitor will charge slowly, so VC will increase slowly, value of VC will increase slowly. Slowly capacitor value will increase because time constant is very high. If capacitor voltage increase slowly, then what will happen? This VI is fixed at Vm, Vm is fixed, and Vc is slowly increasing. So what happens? Output voltage V0 will decrease slowly in this interval. In this interval, output voltage will decrease slowly. Okay. If you want to see what will the output voltage in this interval from 0 to t0 by 2, the output voltage will be something like this. At t equal to 0, output voltage is Vm, and at from 0 to t0 by 2, output voltage will decrease slowly. Okay, decrease slowly. See, in this interval, capacitor voltage is increasing. Capacitor voltage is increasing, so output voltage is decreasing. Okay, so if you want to observe from at t equal to t0 by 2, at t equal to t0 by 2, what is the input voltage? 0. Input voltage is 0. So what is the output voltage? If input voltage 0, output voltage will be minus Vc. See, what is Vc? In this interval from 0 to t0 by 2, capacitor will charge by this much amount. Okay, at this point capacitor voltage will be this much amount. Okay, this much amount will be the capacitor voltage. Capacitor voltage will increase like this. Okay, and at this point this will be the capacitor voltage. Voltage across capacitor will be this. So what will be minus Vc? This will be your minus Vc. At t equal to t0 by 2, output voltage will be minus Vc, because in this interval capacitor will charge by this much amount. So this is your capacitor voltage. Okay, minus Vc. If you want to observe when t is in between t0 by 2 to t0, in this interval input voltage is 0, Vi is 0, Vi is 0. When input is 0, what happens? Capacitor will discharge its energy through the resistance. So capacitor voltage will decrease. Vc will decrease slowly because time constant is very high, slow, so capacitor voltage will decrease slowly. Okay, this is input is 0 and Vc will decrease slowly and it will becomes 0. Vc will decrease slowly and becomes 0 and becomes 0. See, the output voltage will be something like this. Okay, so output voltage write down here. So output becomes output voltage, output becomes 0, output becomes 0 in this interval. So in this interval what happens? Capacitor will discharge its energy and becomes 0. Whatever amount of charge is gained in this interval, same amount of charge will be lost by the capacitor in this interval. This is your charging interval and this is your discharging interval. Since charging interval and discharging intervals are same, so in charging interval whatever amount of voltage is gained by the capacitor, in discharge interval same amount of voltage will decrease from the capacitor. So capacitor voltage will decrease like this. So output voltage will becomes 0 like this. This process will continue. this will be your output waveform. When time constant is very high, see this change in the output voltage at this point is called as delta V naught. This change in output voltage at t equal to t naught by 2 at this point is called as delta V naught. This voltage is called as delta V naught. Give the heading. This delta V naught is called as tilt. Delta V naught is called as tilt. So give the heading. Tilt. We understand the operation of this high pass RC circuit when time constant is very high. That is, particularly we understand the square wave response of a high pass RC circuit when time constant is very high. Now we'll derive formula of this tilt delta V naught. How much is this change in the output voltage? This change in the output voltage is nothing but delta V naught. So give the heading tilt. Tilt, we denote it with delta V naught. Write down, it is the decrease in output voltage. From t equal to 0 to t equal to t naught by 2. This is also delta V naught. It is the decrease in output voltage from t equal to 0 to t equal to t naught by 2. This delta V naught is nothing but, this tilt is nothing but the voltage across capacitor at t equal to t naught by 2. This gap is nothing but the voltage across capacitor at t equal to t naught by 2. So write down this point. Delta V naught or tilt is same as capacitor voltage at t equal to t naught by 2. So I can write that tilt or delta V naught is nothing but voltage across capacitor when t equal to t naught by 2. Amount of voltage decrease, output voltage decrease is nothing but voltage across capacitor at t equal to t naught by 2. The tilt is nothing but Vc at t equal to t naught by 2. So basically, when capacitor charges, what is the formula? I write down this point. When capacitor charges, the voltage across capacitor will be in this way. Write the voltage across capacitor. When capacitor is charging, voltage across capacitor is Vm into 1 minus e to the power minus t by Rc. This is the charging expression of a capacitor. Okay. See, when e power minus x you can write as 1 minus x if x is much more smaller than 1. We can assume this e power minus x as 1 minus x. Okay, we can assume this. See here RC is very high. If RC is very high, 1 by RC will be very small, which is less than 1. So I can write this e power minus t as, or e power minus x as, e power minus x as 1 minus x. This is your x. This is your t by RC is your x. Since RC is very high, so t by RC will be very small. So e power minus x I can write as 1 minus x. So write down there Vm into 1 minus e power minus x as 1 minus x. Okay, 1 minus x, that is 1 minus t by RC. 1 cancel, then it will be Vm into t by RC. This is what is BC. I want to find out what is BC at t naught by 2. So BC is nothing but delta V naught. When t equal to t naught by 2, BC is nothing but delta V naught. So delta V naught equal to Vm into t naught by 2 RC. I am substituting here t equal to t naught by 2. So delta V naught will be Vm into t naught by 2 RC. This is the formula of tilt. Vm into t naught by 2 RC. Okay. If you want to find out what is relative tilt, then it will be delta V naught by Vm. What is the maximum value of input signal? Vm. So delta V naught by Vm is called as relative tilt. So delta V naught by Vm will be t naught by 2 RC. T naught by 2 RC. So relative tilt will be t naught by 2 RC. This is the formula of relative tilt. T naught by 2 RC. If you want to find out what is percentage tilt, then it will be this delta V naught by Vm into 100, or t naught by 2 RC into 100. This is the formula of percentage tilt. See, if you multiply pi in the numerator and denominator, okay, percentage tilt will be equal to pi into bring t naught to denominator, it will be f naught pi RC. I am multiplying pi in the numerator and denominator, and I am replacing t with 1 by f naught, okay, into 100. Then 1 by 2 pi RC. 1 by 2 pi RC is what is FL? FL equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So you can write pi times FL divided by f naught into 100. This is your percentage tilt formula. Pi FL by f naught into 100. Percentage tilt equal to t naught by 2 RC into 100, or pi FL by f naught into 100. See, if RC time constant is very very high, then delta V naught will be very very low. If delta V naught is very very low, that means the output waveform delta V naught, see this is your delta V naught. If time constant is very very high, then delta V naught will be very small. Delta V naught is very small, then your output waveform will be almost same as input waveform. If output waveform is almost same as input waveform, so I can say input signal and output signal are almost same, so no wave shaping occurs. Wave shaping means it refers to changing the shape of the waveform. So input signal has no change in the input signal occur in the output if time constant is very high. So write down this point. If time constant RC is very high, if time constant RC is very high, then tilt will be very small. Then tilt will be very small. Then tilt will be very small. Thus output voltage, thus output waveform, thus output waveform will be almost same as, will be almost similar to input waveform, will be almost similar to the input waveform. If delta V naught is very small, then your output waveform will be almost same as input waveform. Okay, input waveform, or wave shaping cannot occur, or wave shaping cannot occur. Remember this. Remember these formulas of tilt, relative tilt and percentage tilt. If you want to find out relative tilt, you need to divide tilt delta V naught by maximum value Vn. That becomes your relative tilt. Basically, percentage tilt means how much change in the output waveform with respect to the input waveform. How much is the change of your output waveform with respect to the input waveform? And if you make the time constant RC to be very high, then tilt will be very small, so your output waveform will be almost same as the input waveform. So I can say no change in the waveform of your input signal, so I can say wave shaping does not occur. Then case 2, move to the case 2, that is square wave response of your high pass RC circuit. Square wave response of your high pass RC circuit when time constant is very small. Case 2, when time constant RC is very small. We will observe what will the response, that is square wave response of this high pass RC circuit when time constant is very small. If time constant is very small, capacitor will charge fastly and also discharge fastly. That is, capacitor will charge and discharge fastly That is the meaning of low time constant, or time constant is small. See, this was your input signal, which is a square wave signal. Okay, square wave signal. like this. Okay, this was the input signal, which is a square wave signal. I am assuming the input voltage is varying from 0 to Vm. This is your input waveform Vi. Let at this time t equal to 0, at this time t equal to 0, and at this time t equal to t naught by 2, and at this time t equal to t naught. Now what is the expression of your output waveform? V naught equal to Vi minus Vc. This was the expression of output waveform of your square wave of your high pass RC circuit. Let's understand the operation of this high pass RC circuit when time constant is very small. So at t equal to 0, what happens? At t equal to 0, input voltage is Vm, and I am assuming capacitor voltage 0. Initially I am assuming no voltage across the capacitor. Initially I am assuming it. So what will be output voltage? Vm minus 0, that is Vm. So when at t equal to 0, output voltage is Vm. Then when t is in between 0 to t naught by 2, in this interval what happens? In this interval your input is fixed at Vm. Input is fixed at Vm, and what will happen? Capacitor will charge. Okay, capacitor will charge to the input voltage very fastly. Okay, capacitor will charge the input voltage very fastly. So capacitor voltage increase fastly. Since time constant is small, so capacitor voltage will increase fastly. So what happens? If this is constant and this voltage is increasing fastly, so output voltage will decrease fastly. And if you want to obtain the output waveform in this interval from 0 to t naught by 2, then the output waveform will be something like this. Capacitor voltage will increase fastly to the input voltage, so output voltage will decrease fastly to 0, right? To 0. Okay, capacitor voltage will increase fastly to the maximum value of input voltage, so output voltage will decrease fastly to 0. Okay, next understand when t is in between t naught by 2 to t naught, in this interval what happens? In this interval, let's understand first what is happening at t equal to t naught by 2. At t equal to t naught by 2, what happens? At t naught by 2, input voltage is 0. At this point, input voltage is 0. If input voltage is 0, then output voltage will be minus Vc. Okay, so what will the output waveform? Output waveform will be minus Vc, that is nothing but this, that is minus Vm. In this interval, capacitor will charge to the maximum value Vm, so capacitor will hold a voltage of Vm. So at this point, output voltage will be minus Vm. Okay, then understand what happens when t is in between t naught by 2 to T naught. In this interval, what happens? In this interval, your input voltage is 0, Vi is 0. If Vi is 0, input voltage 0, then capacitor will discharge its energy through resistor very fastly. So capacitor voltage will decrease fastly because it is discharging. Decrease fastly. If capacitor voltage decrease fastly, so output voltage will decrease to 0 or capacitor voltage will decrease to 0 fastly and becomes 0 and becomes 0. Hence output becomes, hence V naught becomes 0 fastly. See the output waveform. In this interval, output voltage will become 0 very fastly, and this process will continue. Okay. This process will continue like this. So when time constant is very small, your high pass RC circuit is converting a square wave signal into positive and negative spikes. Okay, positive and negative spikes. Output waveform is having positive spikes and negative spikes. So your high pass RC circuit is converting a square wave signal into spikes. Okay, so excellent wave shaping is occurring. Write down this point. Output waveform consists of positive and negative spikes. Positive and negative spikes. Next point. If RC, time constant RC, if RC is very small, if RC is very small, then a high pass RC circuit can convert. Then a high pass RC circuit can convert a square wave signal into spikes. Thus, it behaves like a differentiator. Or excellent wave shaping occurs, or it can perform excellent wave shaping, So your high pass RC circuit will behave like a wave shaping circuit when time constant is very small. Next, give the heading low pass RC circuit. Give the next heading low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. This is your low pass RC circuit figure. This is your V naught, and this is your resistor R, capacitor C. This is the input voltage VA. This is a low pass RC circuit. See, why it is a low pass RC circuit? Because XC is 1 by j omega C or 1 by j2 pi FC. Now, if input frequency tends to 0, then XC tends to infinite. If XC tends to infinite, capacitor becomes open circuited and output voltage becomes equal to VI. Means whatever input signal, they are passed to the output as it is. So I can say low frequency passed. Okay. If input signal frequency tends to infinite, then XC tends to 0. If XC becomes 0, then it will be replaced with short circuit and your output becomes 0. That means high frequencies are not passed to the output. So high frequencies are rejected. Since low frequencies are passed and high frequencies are rejected, this circuit is a low pass RC circuit, because low frequencies are passing and high frequencies are rejecting. So it is a low pass RC circuit. Okay. If you want to find out the formula for gain, give the heading gain. Give the heading gain of this low pass RC circuit. Gain of low pass RC circuit. We will calculate the formula of gain of this low pass RC circuit. See, what is gain formula? V naught by VI. V naught by VI. If you calculate the gain using voltage division, V naught will be VI into 1 by j omega C, its impedance, by R plus 1 by j omega C. Then gain will be V naught by VI, it will be equal to 1 by j omega C divided by R plus 1 by j omega C. This will be 1 by 1 plus j omega RC. J omega C cancel, it will be 1 by 1 plus j omega RC. So gain of your low pass RC circuit is 1 by 1 plus j omega RC. I am assuming I can write it as this 1 by 1 plus j omega RC as this RC as I can write as 1 by omega h. I can write this as 1 by omega h. So our gain will become 1 by 1 plus j omega by omega h, or gain becomes 1 by 1 plus j f by fh. This is the gain of your low pass RC circuit. Gain of low pass RC circuit. Then what will be the magnitude of gain? If this is gain which is a complex value, what will be the magnitude of gain? Magnitude of gain will be 1 by 1 plus f by fh square under root. This will be the magnitude of gain. Okay, and what will the phase of gain? Phase of A will be 0 numerator angle minus denominator angle. 0 minus angle of denominator will be tan inverse f by fh. This is the phase of the gain, and this is the magnitude of gain. This is the magnitude of gain, and this is the phase of gain. If you put f equal to fh, then your magnitude of gain becomes 1 plus 1. F equal to fh, you substitute 1 by root 2. Okay, gain becomes 1 by root 2. This fh is called as cutoff frequency. Fh is called as cutoff frequency of low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. It is the cutoff frequency. fh is the cutoff frequency of this low pass RC circuit. If you want to find out what is the cutoff frequency, 1 by omega h was RC. So what will be fh? Fh will be 1 by 2 pi RC. This is the formula of cutoff frequency of your low pass RC circuit. This is same as the cutoff frequency of high pass RC circuit. Okay, so fh is the cutoff frequency of low pass RC circuit. Now, if you See, if frequency tends to 0, then this term will be 0, then gain, that is magnitude of gain, will tend to 1. If frequency tends to infinite, then this term will be infinite, 1 plus infinite will be infinite, something by infinite will be gain, will be 0, then your magnitude of gain will tend to 0. Okay, from this we can obtain gain versus magnitude of gain versus frequency curve. If frequency tending to 0, gain becomes 1, and if frequency tend to infinite, gain tends to 0. Okay, this is 1. This is the curve of gain versus frequency curve. This is the gain versus frequency curve of low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. Now see, at this frequency, gain becomes 1 by root 2, and this frequency is called cutoff frequency. So this is the cutoff frequency of your high pass RC of your low pass RC circuit. Cutoff frequency of low pass RC circuit. What is basically cutoff frequency? The frequency at which gain becomes 1 by root 2 times maximum gain. 1 by root 2 times maximum gain is 1, is called as cutoff frequency. So FH is the cutoff frequency, because at this frequency FS, gain becomes 1 by root 2. At f equal to Fs, gain, magnitude of gain becomes 1 by root 2. So FH is your cutoff frequency, the frequency at which gain becomes 1 by root 2 times maximum gain. And since here gain becomes 1 by root 2 times maximum gain at a very high frequency, so low pass RC circuit is having a higher cutoff frequency. Low pass RC circuit is having a higher cutoff frequency. Write down this point. Gain becomes 1 by root 2 at a high frequency FH, at a high frequency FH, full stop. Hence a low pass RC circuit has higher cutoff frequency, FH, full stop. Next, give the heading square wave response of your low pass RC circuit. Means when input signal is a square wave signal, what is its output waveform? Give the heading square wave response of low pass RC circuit. Okay, we will be discussing the square wave response of this low pass RC circuit when time constant is very small and when time constant is very high. See, this is your low pass RC circuit. This is your low pass RC circuit. Input voltage is Vi. Let the voltage across capacitor is Vc, and this is your V0. Okay, and here V0 is nothing but Vc. Let the input Vi, input signal Vi be a square wave signal which is varying in between 0 to Vm. I write down this point. Let Vi be a square wave signal, which is varied in between 0 volt to Vm. 0 volt to Vm. Let at this point t equal to 0. At this point t equal to t0 by 2. At this point t equal to t0. Now case 1, let the time constant RC be very small. That is, capacitor will charge and discharge rapidly. Capacitor voltage will increase very fastly and also decrease very fastly. Okay, understand what happens when t equal to 0. When t equal to 0, input voltage is Vm. So what happens? Capacitor will charge through the resistor very fastly because time constant is very small. So capacitor voltage will increase rapidly. So V0 increase rapidly. V0 is nothing but Vc. So V0 also increase rapidly. Okay, let's see what happens when t is in between 0 to t0 by 2. In this interval, input voltage is fixed at Vm. I'm sorry. Let's first at t equal to 0, what happens? Input voltage is Vm. Initially I am assuming capacitor voltage is 0. So output voltage will be 0 because output voltage equal to Vc. So V0 is 0. This is my initial assumption. So what happens when t is in between 0 to t0 by 2? In this interval, input voltage is Vm. So capacitor will charge through the resistor very quickly. So Vc increases rapidly. And also, hence V0 also increases rapidly. When t is in between, or you can assume when t equal to t0 by 2. When t equal to t0 by 2, input voltage becomes 0. Okay, if input voltage is 0, capacitor will discharge its energy through the resistor very quickly. So voltage across capacitor will decrease very quickly. So Vc decrease rapidly. Voltage across capacitor will decrease. If voltage across capacitor decrease rapidly, V0 also decrease rapidly. If you want to, I'm sorry, here also. At this point, input voltage is 0. You see, first draw the output waveform when t 0 and in between 0 to t naught by 2. In this interval, when t equal to 0, output voltage is 0, and when t is in between 0 to t naught by 2, output voltage will increase rapidly. So this will be the output waveform. Let's understand what happens when t equal to t naught by 2. When t equal to t naught by 2, input voltage is 0. Input voltage is 0. So what is the output voltage? Output voltage equal to Vc. Output voltage equal to Vc. This is the output voltage. Okay. E naught equal to Vc, that is nothing but Vn. And what happens when t is in between t naught by 2 to t naught in this interval? In this interval, input voltage becomes 0. If input voltage becomes 0, capacitor will discharge its energy through resistor. Very quickly, the voltage across capacitor will decrease rapidly because time constant is very small. So output voltage decrease rapidly. Okay. So if you want to obtain the output waveform, output voltage will decrease rapidly like this, and this process will continue. Okay, this is the output waveform of this low pass RC circuit when time constant is very small. Okay, this is the square wave response. This is the output waveform, V naught waveform. The red color is the output waveform. So that means when time constant is very small, output waveform and input waveform are almost same. So no wave shaping occurs when time constant is very small. But you will see when time constant will be very high, then the low pass RC circuit will have excellent wave shaping. There will be excellent wave shaping if the time constant of the low pass RC circuit is very small. Now, the amount of time taken by this low pass RC circuit, the amount of time taking for the square wave response to reach from 10% of the maximum value to 90% of the maximum value is called as rise time. Similarly, the amount of time taken by this low pass RC circuit to decrease its output from 90% to 10% is called as fall time. Write down the definition of rise time and fall time. Write down one point. If time constant RC is very small, then output waveform will be almost similar to input waveform. Hence, wave shaping cannot occur. This output waveform has smooth rise and smooth fall. Okay, write down output waveform has smooth rise and smooth fall. Full stop. Next one, performance of low pass RC circuit is described in terms of rise time and fall time. Then give the heading what is called rise time. Give the heading rise time. Denote it with TR. Rise time. It is the time taken by the output waveform it is the time taken by the output waveform to increase from 10% to 90%, to increase from 10% to 90%. Then fall time, next give the fall time. Fall time denoted with TF. It is the, under this write down, it is the time taken by the output waveform. It is the time taken by the output waveform to decrease from 90% to 10% is called as fall time. This time, this to this time, 10% to 90% time is your rise time. Similarly, from this time to this time, okay, is your fall time. This is your fall time. 90% to 10% time decrease period is nothing but fall time, and 10% to 90% time increase period is nothing but rise time. In the next video, we will derive the formula of rise time and fall time. Okay, and also we will discuss the square wave response of this high pass RC circuit when time constant will be very high. So thank you.